Hey, what's going on? Got a great question today from Mouse Jackson. He says, love the vids, keep it up. One question though, at the age of 13, what is a safe number / range of breaking balls to throw per game, assuming you're getting appropriate arm rest? I really like that question because you said, assuming you're getting appropriate arm rest. And that's very important, right? To the young arm, especially. If you guys don't know what appropriate arm rest is, you need to check out PitchSmartorg and then go to the guidelines section and it'll tell you. In fact, I've pulled it up for the 13 and 14 ages. It's broken down to all ages, 8 through 22. So you can look in there and it gives you the pitch count guidelines as well as how much rest you should have and a bunch of other stuff. It's made by a bunch of really smart doctors, way smarter than I. So you definitely want to pay attention to that and check it out. For the age 13 to 14, it says players can begin using breaking pitches after developing consistent fastball and changeup. So that's the very first thing it says for the age 13 and 14 thing. So that's appropriate for your question because you asked what percentage of breaking balls can you throw? Now there's no answer to that on here, but I want to provide what I think would be a good thing. Now this is something you're going to have to play with and see and see if it's working, see how you feel afterwards. This is not an exact answer, but I'm going to give you kind of a guideline to where you can play with it. The very first and most important thing when it comes to throwing a breaking ball at 13 years old. This is when I started throwing my breaking ball too. This is the first year, was 13 years old. The most important thing is you have to be throwing it correctly, right? If you're all out of whack and your mechanics are out of whack, you're going to hurt yourself. That's the biggest thing when it comes to learning new breaking pitches at this age is you guys can throw them very funky and that's how you end up getting hurt. If you're starting to throw them with bad mechanics and then repeating them a bunch of times, that's when you're going to get yourself into trouble as far as hurting your arm. Now, if you're using good mechanics, I don't see an issue with throwing them at this age, nor do these very smart doctors. So with that being said, we always used to shoot for about 20% change-ups in professional baseball, and then about 10 to 20% if you had another pitch, right? And that's what I'm going to offer to you as an answer, is to shoot between 10 and 20% off speed. Now, being a younger guy, being just starting to work on it, I would work more you know, in the off season on this pitch than I would during the games. But, you know, shooting for 10% at first and then seeing how it feels and how it's working and how it's keeping guys off balance, that might be a good place to start, you know? So let's say you throw, let's see, what do they let you throw in a day here? You can throw 95 pitches at 13 years old in one day. Obviously you'll need 4 days rest after that. So, but that's as high as they suggest you go. So let's say you throw, I don't know, 50 pitches in an outing, right? You throw 4 innings or something, 4 or 5 innings, and you throw 50 pitches, all right? That would mean 10% of that would be what? 5 breaking balls, right? 20% would be 10 breaking balls. So out of those 50 pitches, you would throw between 5 and 10 breaking balls, right? Makes sense? So again, I would start at that 5% level, or excuse me, the 10% level, which is 5 pitches at 50 pitches, and then bump it up depending on how you feel. Like if you felt like, if you did that, if you went out there and you threw 10% breaking balls, your first outing, and not your first outing of the season, but first outing you're implementing this strategy, and you come back and you're extremely sore, more sore than you ever been, then obviously something's going on. We got to maybe take a look at the mechanics or reevaluate the situation, see what's going on. You got to figure it out, right? There's no cut and dry rule. You didn't get here by following all types of rules, right? You figured it out as you went, and that's what pitching is about. You guys got to figure it out. But it's super important at this age because we don't want to take a young player who's got a lot of potential and hurt their arm because we're being silly, right? We don't want to go out there and start throwing 30, 40% breaking balls, even if their mechanics are on point, because then we're just defeating the purpose. We're not really teaching them how to be good pitchers, use location. The way we pitch, the way we need to learn to pitch, especially for our young athletes, is to use our fastball and our changeup, right? Fastball, we want to disrupt timing and balance. That's it. That's how we win the game of pitching. That's how we win the battle against the hitter. We mess up their timing and we mess up their balance, we win. We do that by locating pitches. Up, down, in, out, hitting corners, right? We locate our pitches. Then we go fast and slow, right? Now, a breaking ball can be a technique to a tool to help disrupt the batter's timing and balance, but it cannot be the only thing we use, right? So again, hope that helps. Check out PitchSmartorg if you haven't already. Got a lot of great information there. Again, shoot for 10 to 20%, start at 10, maybe build it up as you go. Let me know, what is your strategy when it comes to breaking balls, especially at this age level? Let me know in the comments below. If you got any questions about pitching or baseball in general, let me know. I'd love to help answer them down below. Maybe even make a video about it if you got a good question. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.